What's up, YouTube? My name is Brian, and this is going to dive into how to use Google Sites and how to actually make one. It's really user-friendly. It's great if you are a small business, an organization, maybe a teacher, nonprofit, etc. So again, you need a Gmail, and you can just go to sites.google.com. By the way, I'm using Safari on a Mac. Anyways, you go to the plus sign, create new site, and so here we are. The default site that it gives you is what I've used for 2 of my sites, and I think it honestly works fine, especially if you're new to website design. You can poke around at some beginning themes and you could change the color around. It's nice to click through these different templates, and one of them might stand out to you. The style or feel of your site. Let's go with simple. Let's give it a title, a site on piano lessons. So you just double click that and change it. You also want to give it the name up here, piano lessons, and then it should automatically change there. Oh, it's also nice, and I recommend checking this as you go because it really helps with how people see it depending on their device. So you'll want to preview with this icon. So if they're on a laptop or a desktop, okay, it looks good, pretty easy to read. If they're on a tablet, still looks good. Mobile, looks good. Okay, before we mess with the home page, we might want to add some pages. We might have an about page, done. And what I like is it pops up here on the top and it's really easy navigation. We might have a pricing page, done. We might have a blog. We might have a free trial. And lastly, we'll probably need a way for people to contact. So a contact page. So easy navigation on the top. Again, before I even start adding content, I like to just see how that will look on different platforms. So on mobile, it creates this nice little menu, looks good. Tablet, easy to read, and desktop across the top. So with the home page, there's kind of this blue background. It looks fine. I might want to bold this. So generally, if you click on a text, highlight it, you can edit it just like you're in a Google Doc. I might want to change this image. So let's see what they have built in. There's some fun designs here, kind of like these blue lights. So let's just see how it looks. We click it. So the image, it doesn't exactly relay piano lessons. You could do a Google search. So maybe if I said piano, but you'll want to think of how that looks against the text. So we could try this, but then so you kind of get lost. But what's nice is it actually kind of automatically adjusted it. You can't see it because it's against this white background, but adjust for readability, and then it kind of brought that out. So I actually kind of like that. I didn't know if I would. So you just can mess around with that title screen. Again, nice to see how it looks on different screens. I'd say it kind of blocks out the menu a little bit. So it's good. I don't love it. It's probably fine for now. I might recommend to start kind of a neutral background. Maybe this. See how that looks. Yeah, a little better. And if you don't like anything, you can always just hit the undo, go back a few screens. So let's just use that. You can also adjust kind of how big this background is. So this is the standard banner, or maybe just get rid of it completely. Maybe you just have the title right there. You could do a large banner or have it take up the entire screen. So I did that for my personal website. I would probably recommend to start just leaving the banner. You can do that same thing with each page. So you can either, while you're in the pages here, you can click and navigate through, or you could even click up top. We have a title, we have a few pages. Let's go through all of this stuff, how to add. So with Google Sites, it's pretty much click and edit. To start, let's use a text box. I literally just click this and one pops up. So I might say, welcome to, wow, can't type, Brian's piano lessons. I offer 30-minute, 45-minute, or 60-minute lessons. Studies have shown music education can enhance the brain and develop a lifelong love of music. So some kind of introduction tag, defaults, normal text, Lato 11. Again, if you highlight, you can change any of the font or the size. Also a little bit on this screen, if you use Google Docs much, it's similar with normal text, title, heading, subheading, etc. So I might drop this down and I might want welcome to be to stand out a little bit more, like a heading, so it'll automatically change that font. Again, we'll want to go over to preview, and we kind of see, okay, that looks pretty good on mobile. We all know that mobile is huge today. A lot of people are going to look at websites from their phones, so you want to make sure that that view is good. These little templates are nice. So what might be better than this is if I click this content block, and then I can have a welcome message, and I might copy this for the text, and then I could click here and upload an image or select it from my drive, or I can even add in a YouTube video if I created it, or something that I've uploaded. Just for demonstration, if I just type piano, sure, Disney theme, select, and then you can have a nice video message as people get to your website. And now that I have this, I say, well, maybe I don't need this anymore. So if you hover over any item, you'll get this little display, and I'm going to delete it. This is copy. This is if you want to change some of the style. Pretty much I just use this for delete. Also, these 3 boxes, I can move it around. Linking the other pages using a button. I'm going to go through the same process of creating my pages. We're going to say about, link to the about page, insert, and then I get a button there. And then I'll do it again. Now it's going to jump it lower, but you can click and drag up to the same section. Divider, I'll use sometimes. So if you click on it, it's just a horizontal line across the screen to divide sections. I might move that here just to kind of give a nice little divide, and you'll see that a little more prominently when you preview. I mean, it's just faint, but nice. It separates the page a bit. Collapsible Group. So I use this on my personal site where I have sheet music. So I'll show you how that looks. It's a drop-down menu. So I write music. So here's, for example, band arrangements, and you can click down. So this is if you have a lot of things to organize. Instead of just having all of this stream of text on a page, you have the different categories. You know where it might be useful is you might want to have, maybe if we said text and that's too high, so I'm going to move it down. If people are looking for piano lessons, there might be an FAQ section, frequently asked questions, and then that might be appropriate for a collapsible group. How long are the lessons? We offer 30 to 60-minute piano lessons. So now, and also this might be better as a title to make it really stand out. We can bold it. Okay, now let's preview. How long are the lessons? And then you click, and then there's the answer. So also this FAQ, I think, looks kind of big compared to everything else. So that's the whole point of just going back and forth between the preview. So I might change that to a heading, and then that's a little bit more appropriate. Image carousel, if you have a lot of images. So I used that feature with the Milwaukee Concert Band. All of these are just images that I uploaded, and then people can click through them with ease. If I had photos, you would click on it, and you could upload however many you want, and then that's how you would make a carousel. If you had a physical location for your business, you'll probably want to add a map, something near me. We'll just use this as an example. So you can show people where your business is, and you can adjust the size and move it around. Maybe I want to drag it down to the bottom and maybe in the middle. So by the way, you see that grid that appeared on the Google site. So if you click and drag something, it can help you center it with these vertical lines. That's how I did that with the buttons here. So then you'll just want to do this with the other pages. It takes time. I recommend with websites, I mean, just try to get a little bit a day. And that is, I'd say, the entry level to building a website.